Anytime, any season is the right time to be with you. Hello, Detroit, you've won my heart.
Yeah, what up, Detroit? Detroit.
Now everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up. Detroit basketball.
Hello, hello, Detroit.
La 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 la. Do I sound festive? Do I sound cheery? I hope I do. I'm trying to be upbeat and trying to sound positive. This is gonna be a positive show. Yeah. I am David M. Allen, aka the Dave, aka the Renaissance Man and the hardest working man on the internet. And we're here to talk some Pistons, and we're going to go ahead and bypass the Pistons ineptness, if you will. And we're going to find the positives. We're going to start off with the positives. That's what we're going to do. That's what I decided. It's kind of like when you pick up the newspaper and you read the sports section first because the rest of the paper is going to disappoint you. Yeah, it's like that. So, John Lewis shot 54%. So did Andre Drummond. Hey, Reggie Jackson shot 50%. And he had 11 assists. Woo! Look at Reggie having 11 assists. Oh, shit. All right. Aaron Baines shot 66%. Tobias shot 63%. I hear I'm too negative. I'm always down on the Pistons, so I'm giving you the great news, huh? Yeah. As a team that shot 50%. Yeah. Huh? And they held the Kings to 48% shooting overall and 42% from the three-point line. Yeah. I'm pretty good at this positive stuff. All right. Andre Drummond had 12 rebounds. Oh, shit. God damn, is that 3 steals? Oh, shit. All right, that's pretty much where it ends. All right, so we'll begin with y'all's boy, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He made his debut today after being off for a couple of weeks or a few games. Yeah, he made his triumphant comeback. He started off a good, he was 1-6 in the first quarter, 1 for 6. He had 5 points in the first quarter, 5 points at the half. He started off about 1 for 9, maybe even 1 for 10. He finished the game 4 for 14 points. He went 1 for 8 from the three-point line, which my whole thing was his first 9 shots. Like I said, he went about 1 for 9, I believe. And his first 9 shots, at least 7, maybe even 8 were three-point attempts. And overall, he went 1 for 8. So you would think after missing about 3, you would change up how you shoot, right? Common sense says to go to the rack. Common sense says try mid-range. Common sense says let's get an easy bucket. No. Not Kentavious. That's not the Piston way. Oh, man. Even Reggie Jackson took comparable shots today. He got a shot selection shit in order today. Huh? It was an interesting deal. The Pistons got off to a fast start. Mainly because John Lewis had 15 big first quarter points. Ironically, John Lure didn't score a single point after that. He started off 5 for 5. So in the first quarter, he had 15 points. He was 5 for 5. He finished the game. No, he started off 6 for 6. I apologize. He finished the game 6 for 11. You do the math. But y'all's boy, KCP, yeah, I'm just going to chop it up to him being rusty. So I'm not going to get on his head. I'm not going to sit here and gripe about what he did or did not do. So I'll go ahead and bypass that. Reggie Jackson took smart shots today. For the most part, he was in a good rhythm. Through one quarter, he had 6 assists. I was actually pretty proud of that. I was. In the first quarter, they held DeMarcus Cousins to 0 for 3. They kept him in check pretty much all the way till right before halftime. I was pretty impressed on the defense they put on him. Second half, he realized he was DeMarcus Cousins, and he also realized Andre Drummond could not guard him. And that's where the tide changed. Ironically, Willie Cauley-Stein also realized Andre Drummond couldn't guard him. And it's like I've been saying all season. Andre Drummond is not a rim protector. He's not. Everybody, jumped for joy when he had 7 blocks. That's cool. Game before that, I think he had 1 or 0 because he gets 0 a lot. He had 0 tonight. Go figure. And the Kings had 54 points in the paint by the middle of the third quarter. Go figure. With that big brutalizer down low, right? Right. He did manage to grab 12 rebounds. He had 14 points. He was 6 for 11. 2 of 5 at the free throw line, whatever that is worth. So he had a decent game, but I really feel like he really needs somebody to... This team needs so many things. I can't say he just needs a Robin to his Batman because Reggie played that role tonight. I wasn't mad at Reggie, and I know I get on Reggie a lot for what he could be. It's only because he has a lot of potential, and he could really be a really good point guard in this league instead of just being a chucker. Tonight he played under control, but there was enough help all the way around, and that just kind of was the flavor of the day. Tobias came in off the bench. He had 15 points. He was 7 for 11. He didn't really rebound tonight. Nobody really rebounded tonight but Andre, and that was part of the problem. This team is so inconsistent, and it's wild, man. It just is. You beat the Hawks and the Wizards, both whom are in playoff contention, right? Then you lose to one of the worst teams, not only in the Western Conference, but in the league. They had Ty Lawson out here looking like Jason Kidd. I just could not believe this shit tonight. Not that he had a ton of assists. He had 6. But what happened was he got in the paint whenever he felt like it and was just dishing it out. Now, whether that turned into an assist, because the Kings did miss quite a bit of shots, open shots, but sometimes the man he would pass it to the next man. So it was a lot of pass to assist going on. Oh man, it was interesting. DeMarcus even had 6 assists. It was something. So DeMarcus finished the game with 22 points, 14 rebounds. Like I said, somewhere in there, maybe right after halftime or right before halftime, he realized he was DeMarcus Cousins, and he realized nobody on that Pistons roster was going to check him. And Ty Lawson figured that out early in the first quarter. So it was a little brutal, man. It was it was something. It was 65-62 at the half, mainly because the Pistons had an 11-point lead after the first quarter. But in the second quarter, the Kings exploded for 37 points, and the Pistons only scored 24. And it was downhill from there. It just really was. It was no looking back, really. And it was something to watch, man. So the Pistons went from scoring 38 points in the first quarter to 24 in the second quarter and 19 in the third. Not a real recipe for winning. They ended up down by 11 and had to make a comeback them damn selves, but came up short. Ended up losing by 6. And they only outscored the Kings by 2 in the fourth, 23-21. So if you're doing math, if you're keeping score at home, close but no cigar. They actually won the assist battle by 2, but this was the battle of the underachieving team. So that's not saying much because the Pistons only had 27 total team assists and the Kings had 25. So that's not saying a whole lot. They lost the rebounding battle 44-37. And they both were tied in turnovers at 14. What does all this mean? It means I get to report a game that you didn't have to sit through, or should I say suffer through, but hey, I got your back. I'm here to report the news. It was just something to watch, man. It was interesting. It was I mean, coming into the game, you wouldn't think. Coming into the game, I said Pistons by 6. I was feeling a little confident, mainly because they had just beat 2. They were on a 3-game winning streak, by the way, and they beat 2 teams that are in playoff contention. And one has a more reputable name than the other, which is the Hawks, as far as this year goes. And I just figured, okay, not that they really turned the corner per se, but I mean, it's the Kings. It's the Kings, right? Wrong. The defense was just off. The defense was bad. It was back to, what made them so inconsistent the majority of the season, and what Pistons fans thought, even the announcers thought, that they got their defense in order or somewhat to a competitive level. But today, nobody rotated. Nobody wanted to help on defense. Nobody did anything, really, especially in that second half. It was a tale of two halves, really. The first half was decent. Yeah, they faltered in the second, but it was something. So for someone like John Lure, who started, can have 15 points in the first quarter and then afterwards not do a damn thing, that's telling. So it's a couple of problems. One, nobody is nobody. They don't have anybody to pick up the load, to pick up the slack. They have no one to score, no go-to man. Anytime Marcus Morris puts a couple of baskets together, they stop giving him the ball. Same with anybody else on his team. Today they decided to try to force feed Andre for some reason. Got a bunch of turnovers off of it. Or as a result, I should say. And it's enough to drive you to drink. ThickCouchSports.com is unofficially brought to you by Grand Marnier. Drink up. Somebody contact Grand Marnier and tell him to holler at us. It's about time for that sponsorship. It's about that time. It really is. So thanks to that valiant effort by the Detroit Pistons tonight, they're still in 10th place only because the Knicks really, really suck. So thank goodness for that. Even though they're winning by 3 right now, but the Pistons will still be up in the standings due to them being, a game and a half, 2 games up. Thank goodness the the Knicks are a lot worse. Thank goodness for that. But on the bright side, the Knicks are beating the Pacers, who are also in the who are Central Division foe. The Wizards won, so they go up one in the standings. But a couple of division opponents faltered and 1-1. The Bucks, and they'll be right in front for a little while. The Bulls will continue to falter, I guarantee that. But there is ground to be made. There's still ground that can be made due to the Eastern Conference lacking in competitive juices. So for those of you who aren't able to watch games due to you being at work, I'll take you a little bit around the league and read off some scores and some game highs to you. Kyrie Irving led the league tonight with 49 points. 49 from Uncle Drew. God damn. The Massos lost tonight, though, but he had 49. Terrence Jones from the Pelicans had 36 points tonight. Drew Holiday, where the hell did he come from? He had 33. Deion freaking Waiters had 33 points. Ain't that something? Actually, you know what? Hold on. I need to read off how many field goal attempts Deion had to get 33 points. Bet it was about 20. God damn, I'm good. He took 20 field goal attempts. 13 for 20. It's not bad, though. Not bad. 65%. 6 from 8 from three-point range. He struck lightning in the bottle, obviously. Really did. Spoiler alert. Heat beat the Warriors 105-102. Deion Waiters had 33 points. And Whiteside had 10. And 15 rebounds and 2 steals in a block. The great Wayne Ellington had 9 points. Yes. On the Warriors side, Kevin Durant had 27 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Draymond Green only had 7 points, and he had 7 assists. Stephen Curry actually had 8. He had a horrible shoot night, 7 for 19, 21 points. Klay Thompson with 22. He also had 8 for 18. Call it what you want, but yeah, I didn't watch that game. The league pass freebie ran out, so it is what it is, right? But Uncle Drew led the league tonight with 49 points. Kevin Love led the league with 16 rebounds. DeMarcus had 14, as you've seen. Assist-wise, James Harden had 12, LeBron had 12, and look at Reggie Jackson sitting in third with 11. James Harden also had 11 turnovers. I bet you the 4-letter won't tell you that. 12 points, 11 turnovers. That's a hell of a assist-to-turnover ratio. How the hell do you have 11 turnovers? On a side note, James Harden and Russell Westbrook, I know they're getting all these triple-doubles and getting all this attention and accolades, but no one likes to talk about their turnover numbers, so it's interesting to me, man. Now I'll give you scores real quick before we get up out of here. Like I said, the Heat beat Golden State 105-102. The Knicks are currently leading the Pacers 105-103 in the fourth quarter. 23 seconds left. The Jazz are beating the Oklahoma City Thunder 66-60. Washington Wizards beat the Charlotte Hornets 109-99. Spurs beat the hell out of Brooklyn 112-86. The Clippers beat the Hawks 115-105. And already covered the Pistons. They decided to falter. But the Bucks won 127-114, and Cleveland loses to the Pelicans by 2, 124-122. Those are highlights I am going to go watch right now because I need to know how the hell that happened. How? And Anthony Davis didn't even play. So go figure, right? Go figure. Next up for the Pistons are the Miami Heat in Miami on Saturday. That's a hell of a layoff. hell of a layoff. And that's enough time for them to go figure out what's wrong with them. It really is. That's enough time to go do some soul searching. Only thing I am a little worried about is whenever players have enough time to go kick it in Miami, they normally don't play their next game. They normally don't play their best game by the time it's game time. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they come out with a victory. I really don't know, man. I really can't call it no more. I really can't. I don't know if I can. This shit is getting out of hand, the inconsistency. Like I said, they're now 21-25. They faced the Heat Saturday, and the Heat aren't no better. So they're a whopping 15-30. So we'll see how that goes. Long ass layoff. We'll see how they come with it, and maybe they will, maybe they won't. I really don't know, but that's enough time for me to figure out to find. That's enough time for me to go find some more positives for me to give to you. So y'all enjoy your night, man, and thecouchsports.com, baby. Peace.